quite happy with it not being up along the bar actually. So if you want to jump on the headset, Dan?
This chair?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to go on my trips.
This way?
Yeah, you just want the mic near your face, so you don't have to have the earmuffs on if you don't want. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are now back on the main ESA channel. We're into the time trial one try semi-finals. Yes, please. The first match is between Matthias and Zaki. It's best of three. The tracks are Cooper Trooper Beach, Royal Raceway, and Bowser Castle. Matthias has opted to go first as the highest seed in this semi-final. Zaki should have been chaperoned outside by Zargoth. So hopefully he won't be string cheating anywhere. But knowing Zaki, he'll take every opportunity to try and beat.
Can't trust those Russians, right?
Yeah.
Eastern European guys, you know.
They've already gone to the US and stolen the VA title.
Yeah, I know.
So we're seeing Cooper Trooper Beach. I think Matthias is probably looking at what, 135, 136?
I mean, with the nerves, I would guess, you know, if he has a good run, probably a 136. I think as far as Zoki's chances in the semifinal, he definitely needs to hope that Matthias messes up on this track because Royal Raceway, yeah.
Things can happen. Royal Raceway, it's too much of a hound.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to mess up on Royal Raceway that bad, so he's off.
But Dan, you're the two in the world, and so you probably better than knowing what kind of times Matthias would be going for.
Yeah, so far. For which one?
For Cooper Trooper Beach.
I would definitely want to get a 135, but he's safe with anything. I would say anything lower than a 136.50 would be safe. It looks like he had a slightly bad first lap, but he's through the cave at least.
So in the group stages, Zaki got a 136.96.
Oh, wow.
So Zaki clearly is capable of doing 136 in the one cross.
Alright, Matthias into the tunnel on lap 2. This lap is looking better. I'm guessing a low 32, maybe a high 31.
I mean, he could always get the game saying no to him like it said to him.
That's true.
Sank into the tunnel. But, yeah, took him MRNG, not more than
Alright, so here's a critical moment. If he makes this, then he's going to be in good shape to make the final, honestly, I think. And he's got it. Oh, wow.
That is exactly what happened.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's about a 16-second loss.
Wow.
So I lost 16 seconds since the game did that to me.
Wow, nice backup. So that's actually really big for him because if Zoran misses the tunnel, then it could still be close. But wow, that's very, very unfortunate.
To be honest, that's still like a 14-second loss on that one lap.
Yeah, that has to do with...
Well, it's the 50. I think the backup is barely quicker than just driving around. Because I lost about 16 seconds. He lost 50
It's quicker
seconds.
enough, I think, but
It took him a while to turn around and line it up.
for anyone that doesn't know, the way the tunnel is mapped, as far as the polygons, are slightly off, where if you drive at a certain angle, you'll actually go into the track, and that's exactly what that happened.
Go and find whoever chaperoning Zaki and get Zaki to come in and play PTV.
That's a very rare occurrence, though. That very, very rare.
It happened to me earlier today.
Yeah, that's actually the second time it happened, but I think for me, in total, it's definitely happened less than like 10 times ever.
Carl was asking me how long ago that is, and I said it might have happened like 1,000 times.
I would guess most people that play this casually have never even seen that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it is literally a 1 in 500 shot.
Yeah.
You get it, but you get it so rarely that it's annoying to happen when it matters like this. This isn't just sitting at home
No.
driving time trials. There is no start, retry here. It's the game has just said you lose 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it is good that we're doing 3 tracks, so he's going to have the opportunity. If Zoran all he has to do is make the tunnel 3 times, and then he'll be safe. But
Oh, pressure.
he doesn't know that. So he right now he's planning on going all out. So
I mentioned it like 5 seconds before it happened.
Oh, it's definitely happened to Matthias, actually. That happened to him going for NTSC record here. Back in February, it happened at least once. So yeah, all Zoran's got to do is hit this tunnel jump 3 times, but he's going in thinking that he's got to go really fast, so he's going to be risky.
Unless he was being sneaky, then he's sliding
Oh,
around.
ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very, very important because he's still going to be faster than Matthias at this point, but he needs to make it 2 more times.
But you can tell he doesn't know what he was going to be because he was sliding on the
Yeah. Yeah, so what was Matthias' time again?
152.19.
Okay. So Zoran with basically a 37 opener. That's 5 seconds slow, so that's like 141 pace if everything else is perfect, basically.
You can afford to miss and do a bit backwards.
He'd certainly rather not, though. And he makes it this time.
But if he misses on that to be, he has to get in. Well, he's still sliding on the ramp.
Well, yeah, he does.
His way of doing it. Is it almost feels like maybe no imagine not sliding.
I was going to say, I practiced a little bit for Last Man Standing this morning, and it was, for me, harder to do just driving straight. I was so not used to it. Yeah. Alright, here we go, the crucial moment. And
And he didn't sink, he's fine.
so he's good, yeah. So it looks like the first track goes to Zoran, which means that at least we're going to go to, well, even if he loses Royal Raceway, which we kind of expect, then it's going to go to Bowser's Castle. So
That's not a fast time, but it is a winning time. So if you let Zaki know that he's 1-0 up and Matthias know that he's 1-0 down. Okay. If you get Zaki to be chaperoned out, and Matthias has to play Royal Raceway. I'm just going to quickly update the score on the screen. This is one thing I didn't bring to the Google Sheets.
So on Royal Raceway, Matthias is going to be looking at hopefully a mid 52 or lower. And if he gets that, then I honestly highly doubt Zoran will get that. I think Zoran's PR is not much better than a mid 52. So this definitely looks to be Matthias's race, but you never know. The only places that you could conceivably mess up badly on Royal Raceway would be when you're trying to cut the grass hill, you could actually hit the wall and turn around. But it's not going to happen if you're pretty safe about it. You can also hit the wall on the shroom.
I'm going to apologise for the people on stream. That was actually Zaki playing. We just forgot to change the names for the second track there. But we were talking Zaki the whole way around, so if you were listening, you certainly knew who was driving. So it's going to be Matthias coming in to do Royal Raceway. I'm not sure why we've got such a long turnover. Did I just see a yellow top in the corner of the screen?
Yeah, I don't know why he moves, but
Unless he doesn't know his track. Okay.
looks like he's getting ready here.
Yeah, so he's going to change driver. He'll then probably go to Luigi Raceway. He'll test that his controller is straight. So he'll reset and he'll do Royal Raceway. Although he's walked off someone. Hopefully somebody didn't power cycle that TV, because sometimes it doesn't come back with a picture. You have to spend about 3 hours pressing.
I don't think he turned it off, so
Okay. The champ is in the chair.
oh, he's just going. Wow. Didn't test this joystick, but I mean, it's so rare that ever happens.
That's my joystick normally.
Yeah.
The only time I ever do it is if I've got power cycle on the console again.
All right, so let's see what Matthias can do.
So first and foremost, he's got to beat the course ghost.
All right, so basically he wants laps that are faster than 57.60 would be safe. And lap 1 is slower here, so that one might be
you're
slower.
looking for, 52?
Yeah, I would say mid 52 would be pretty safe. I think Zoran's PR is not much better than that.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
totally
this,
remember.
This is a track which like really shows through the fundamentals. If you like cars empty for smooth lines, there's not really that much technical.
Yeah, so you can actually tell at the very start of the ramp that he got on the ramp at like 38.7x. And so what that means is that if he doesn't mess up the end of the lap, then he should be about 20 seconds. I guess it would be 19 seconds exactly faster. There's more time added.
So you
And 7x should be slightly slower, but
I think my fastest open was like 58.
all right. He cleared that part. You can mess up there, but it's pretty rare.
So it's quite interesting actually. In the earlier last man standing competition on this track, I could actually use a shroom on that one. On the last man standing.
Oh, he almost was kind of closer.
I thought to use shrooms but sometimes I'm so focused on not messing up that I forget to use the shrooms sometimes. So I ended up doing a lap 2 that had the first shroom from the fast lap.
What was your time for that eventually?
258, like nearly 257.
I think this is looking like a 57.5 or 4. Yeah, 51. So if he can match that or beat it, then it's going to be pretty hard for Zoran, I would think.
So you're looking at something like a 252.8, 252.9 here.
He would probably want to be better than that, but honestly, unless Zoran really has a great race, I don't see him getting better than a 253. But you never know. Do we know his time for the...
So from the group stages, I've got 254.40.
Yeah, so... Oh, wow. He's really aggressive on that trim. It's kind of scary. If you hit the wall there, that loses a half a second or more, so...
But we probably think we've got a second to spare.
Yeah, so...
I mean, he's one and down, so that could paratheoretically be a miss out. And it's always possible to mess up towards the end here.
One thing...
Especially if you fail to get into slide.
So his final time, 252.79.
And what did you say that Zaki's PR was? Okay, so that's about 0.4 of a second slower than Zaki's PR. So Zaki essentially has to go full beans.
One thing I will say about Zoran, though, is that he got the fast lap world record last year, so he did fairly recently play this track and work on his speed there. So
He also, with Bowser Castle, if Matthias wins this, Bowser Castle being the third track.
yeah, so
That is a 3-lap world record that Zaki always used to think he could get. I know you and Matthias and Beck have pushed it on a bit more since then, but it has been a very good, strong track for him, especially in one tries.
Yeah, I
I've seen
think
him hit a lot of 214s, maybe even 213.
he sounded a little nervous about Bowser's Castle, but I'm sure Matthias is also nervous about that one because it can easily go wrong.
Okay, we just need to change the name on stream.
Alright, so Zoran basically needs to average laps slightly better than 57.60. And lap 1 is going to be slower probably. So he gets that start mini turbo. Let's see how he does the jump. Alright, that was okay.
So I think Zaki's very much a two-hopper on that hill. There are some people who three-hop. I'm a two-hopper myself. No, I don't
Right.
have it.
Oh wow, very, very aggressive line on that trim. Did he get the mini turbo after? I didn't. So he's also about 57.7x pace. I think Matthias's opener was a 57.82, but this is sloppy turn there. So I think he's going to be a bit slower.
He's maximised that part, though.
Okay, yeah, he's got to really step it up here if he wants to pass Matthias. So he's right now 2100s behind. He's really got to turn it on. I kind of think this is Matthias's race to lose at this point. Not the best hill cut.
Dan, do you wanna?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty weak shroom. So at this point, I think Matthias has already got this race wrapped up.
Yeah,
So
what was this lap 1? 58.0 X?
58.02, I think, but or 03, but then this lap is at least 57.7 pace, so he's not going to be able to beat
Yeah, he
Matthias.
would be like a 56.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
so
going to
it's-
happen.
Yeah, so he would
57.93.
56 8x.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So,
It's still a solid run. I mean, he's gonna get like a 253, which is not a bad time at all. Like, in this kind of situation, it's just not enough against them arms.
yeah, I mean, if you're Matthias and you're looking at this round, like, you look at Royal Raceway as a win pretty much regardless. But then, if you're thinking about how luck plays into this, he obviously got super, super unlucky on Koopa Beach. So, if that hadn't happened, then he would have already booked his spot to the final.
Yeah. Now it's going to be an interesting one when we see. Matthias has been strong there, and I think also consistent.
Yeah, I actually met with Matthias, and we were playing this a couple days before the meet, and he was getting 214 or 213 pretty much every time.
Yeah, he rarely messes up.
If he does that, it's going to be really, really hard for Zoran, but
Yeah.
there's got to be a lot of pressure on at this point, so you never know. And the moving thwomps in the long hallway room, for me earlier today in one run, they like went all the way left.
The ones that chase you.
Yeah, the ones that chase you
Yeah.
can go all the way left, so it's certainly possible that you can get trolled by that.
Yeah,
You got to go.
sometimes they're like really, really mean. They go so much left that you
Matthias, you need
can't
something?
avoid them.
It's certainly going to be super interesting if he does make a mistake somewhere, because then it'll really be Zoran's to lose at that point, but it's very, very tough.
I'm not sure how Zoran feels about this track.
He didn't seem too excited about it. I know.
He's very solid at it.
I think he would have rather DK, but you're not always going to get. Did the wheel for quarterfinals take those tracks away for the semis or no?
Oh, yeah.
But the wheels we reset the final so we take away 3, 6, 12 tracks.
All right. Well, he's jumping right into it. It looks like.
No testing.
So really, pretty much the biggest part of this run is going to be right in the very beginning. One of the biggest parts, if he can get past the thwomps that chase you.
Yeah, exactly. Because then he's on a predictable pattern, and that's going to make things much easier.
Yeah. Good start.
Yeah, I think everybody does, even Matthias.
They chased me all the way left this morning, though. Okay,
That
they're
looks fine.
pretty safe, so he's good. That's very, very,
Now
very
he's gonna
important.
have a quiet race if everything goes.
Oh, he's risking it a little bit there. You can actually hit that guy, even in a one try, if you go too far left.
I mean, you can mess up the stairs pretty badly at any time because the stairs are very hard to control, even in a one try, and he goes for the MT, so that adds a little bit of risk. But
He's a little slow in that one.
so
This looks
far,
like a high
so
44. 80, that's pretty good. I think for Matthias, he's shooting for anything lower than like a 254.40.
240.
250, sorry, 214.40. Yeah, I don't
No, he
know.
was still on Royal Race.
Yeah, it happens. He's solid through here. Almost hit the wall there. Could have possibly snagged him. Oh,
That's dangerous.
that's pretty
Sometimes
bad.
You just lose control there. There's nothing you can do.
But his pace should be alright for the lap 3 thwomps. But at this point, Zoran certainly opens a door for him. This is probably going to be a 45. Yeah, 45.30. So he can still get a 214 here.
But he has to go left of front again. Otherwise, it would have been up if he.
Yeah, I think he does that anyway. Oh, this one, yeah. Oh, he's through solidly. So this one should be no problem. As long as he doesn't have to deal with that one. Yeah, he's good. So now, can he bring it home? He gets the stairs empty and really good stairs. So this lap, really honestly, might be enough to bring him back to 7x pace overall. 214, 7x, something like that. Maybe even better. Really solid stairs cut in the last lap.
Yeah, that's a good run in this high pressure situation.
Yeah, wow. Takes a lot of nerves to rescue from that lap 2. So just in case anyone's curious, total times are not a factor at all in this as far as all 3 races. Zoran has to beat that time if he wants to move on. That's what it takes.
And here is Zaki.
Oh, he's still looking at the TV? I hope he...
Oh. Yeah. That's kind of bad, right? I think he saw that.
Yeah, well... I don't know how that happened, but if he knows his target, I don't know if that's better or worse, honestly. He's jumping right into it. So he wants... If he can get a first lap in the 44 range, then he's going to look really good. It's just a matter of whether he can execute. He does that part differently than most people, but he made it, so...
Yeah, the chasing ones were also a bit far.
Well, let's see how the stairs go. He doesn't go for the stairs empty. I don't know exactly how fast that is. I kind of try to judge my time at the end of this bridge here. So he didn't finish a bridge before 31 happened. So this looks like a very high... Oh, this is probably a low 45. Yeah, so he's going to need to pick it up. And that was bad, so... Yeah, I think at this point it probably is going to Matthias, honestly. Yeah, if you're going fast into that room, that last swamp there should barely be up. Yeah, if you see a 117 on that bridge, it's pretty much over, so, yeah. Well, hopefully he can finish strong. This lap's also going to be a 45 or maybe a 40, yeah, 45.
Yeah, he would need a best grip now again, so it's very
Yeah, so he's had a clean lap 3 so far.
This is it.
He has to go left to that last one. Hopefully he can finish it up with a 44. Looks like the stairs part was good. Took him a little while for that mini turbo. He should be coming home with a high 215 or low 216. Yeah, okay, mid 216.
So I'm not sure if he knows it already, but I guess he saw the time at the beginning of the run.
Yeah, so that puts Matthias into the final. I think that's his 7th year in a row making it. He's made it every year, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's won this competition every year.
yeah, and now the next semifinal will be the Battle of the Dans. So I'm gonna go head
you
out.
will have to say goodbye to your 2 commentators for that match because they have their own semi-final, playing to find out who can face Matthias in the final. You said Dan Lanza starts and it's Rainbow Road. So can you find somebody else to come into here with me?
I'll ask Matthias
and you need somebody to chaperone you out and stuff like that. And can you, once you've sat in the chair, can you just like wait 30 seconds or so, because I need to change stream names and stuff like that between rounds. So the next semi-final is going to be down Lanza and down Burbank with Rainbow Road, Choco Mountain and Calamari Desert. Should be starting probably in about 2 to 3 minutes time.
Okay.
And it'll be Dan Lanza up first.
Are you gonna like give me a signal again, or just go with
So I'm just going to set my stuff up here. Hopefully once Dan's outside and somebody else is in here. Matthias, come on commentary with us.
Mario Kart.
So Matthias here, and I sweated out. I turned it around in the semi-final. Oh, that was brutal to go into the water on KTB in the tunnel to get the glitch there. Quite unfortunate, but I still kept going and turned it around. That second lap on Bowser's Castle was a bit frightening at the stairs, but I managed to go around and yeah, hit a decent time.
It's Rainbow Road. I'll be back
Select your player. Let's go. Next match.
But yeah, that was the first semi-final. Now let's talk about the second one coming up. Both danced against each other. Number 3rd seed of the group stage, Daniel Lanza from Germany against Dan Burbank, number 2 seed from the USA. And it's the marathon track first, Rainbow Road.
Okay. Okay.
Seems like we are not ready yet. So Rainbow Road, it's mostly about consistency, getting all the chomps in your memory again, chomp patterns. And of course it's an endurance race, the longest in the game. So if you are nervous, if you are a bit tight, and it's very hard to keep calm, to hold it together.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's not the hardest set of tracks, to be honest, Rainbow Road, Choco Mountain and Calamari Desert. But in this stage of the tournament, every track can be very challenging.
Here we go. Here we go.
He goes inside of the first jump. Oh wow. I didn't expect that, but he managed to get a nice straight line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Had to do that MT again,
Here we
or
go.
rather the whole slide.
Here we go. Here we go.
So now the shroom spot. It's quite hard, uphill shroom. He gets it at least decently. He didn't lose much
Here we go.
by hitting the fence a bit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
some wall hits here. He keeps it very close to the fence. On Rainbow Road, it's also a question about keeping calm and dealing with maybe a slippery thumb after 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, especially in the last lap. So this is not the pace he wants to. The mid 59 is definitely not what he's able to do. He can do better.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And what also plays a role is that he knows exactly. Oh, we have Celine Dion. Yeah, if you can't hear it on stream, they are playing it in the venue.
And it
Playing
was
Roy Raceway with Smells Like Teen Spirit actually helped me after that frustrating KTB.
so Celine Dion was actually requested by Zaki.
Oh, not by you.
No, he specifically requested the one Celine Dion song I can't stand, which is
He
the
knew
sellout "My Heart Will Go On," where
Oh,
she's
he
clearly
knew it. He knew it.
clearly did
I
it for
thought
the
you
money.
would like all the Celine Dions.
No, she clearly did that song for the money. There's no emotion in her voice whatsoever.
Okay, I don't know that.
So I've requested a better Celine Dion song to follow up.
Okay.
So we will be having "It's All Coming Back to Me" now, following up.
So,
in the venue.
second shroom, back to the race.
How was lap one?
No, it's lap 2.
How was lap one?
How? He only had a mid 59 split, so a few untidy MTs and a few hops into the fence. So I would say it looked quite nervous.
I'd say 159.5.
38, I think it was.
Oh, that's
So he knows exactly what Burbank is able to do.
yeah. I'm gonna say that's a killer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
already ended it.
Yeah,
unless
probably.
something horrific goes for Dan.
Yeah.
Who's-
He hits the fence a lot of times now.
I mean,
He
I
tries
can't.
to go faster, but it doesn't work out really for him.
I don't see Dan going slower than a 54.
Yeah, there's a small chance only. Yeah. If Burbank keeps calm, then he should win the stack. It's another mid 59. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
definitely
it.
not the pace Lanza can get.
So he'll be lucky to go 558 here, 557 if he gets a good lap.
Yeah, and that
And
should not be enough.
Dan should get at
To
least a
get-
554.
to get Burbank.
But we're going to hype it up. This is all
Yeah.
still to play for.
I mean,
ladies
it's a
and gentlemen.
semi-final. If
Nerves.
everyone shows nerves, yeah, then everything can happen.
I see you copied my KTB strat.
I did. Yes.
We were literally explaining.
I was happy
how-
about my run, and then it crushed all hope.
The Dans were saying that all he has to do now is make it into the tunnel and lap 3 in his final. I'm like, saying, wait a minute. I made it into the tunnel lap 3 and I
Yeah,
sank
yeah.
down. There's always a chance, and then we just watch.
And
him.
I never see it coming, so I was
And
satisfied.
it was
with
exactly the
jump and
same. You land in, and then you just suddenly drive underground, and they
Yes,
get put
yes.
outside.
Yep.
You chose to A/B spin and do the backup, whereas I just shroomed and went around the outside. I think you lost 15 seconds. I lost 16 seconds.
Yeah, about.
So
I was on pace for 136, and I ended up with a 52, so around
Yeah.
16 seconds.
I was on pace for like a 139. But
I never do that.
I don't
Oh,
know.
the chomp.
so I
The
think
chomp
this
for
is,
Lanza. This is impossible to get the win with.
unless Dan Burbank does a Kyle and goes way
Off the track.
off the track.
That won't happen.
If you
I can't
deliberately
tell you
don't.
because I didn't measure it.
So I
Didn't
deliberately
time.
on 4-player versus quite often avoid the shortcut altogether. And if you're not going for it and failing it, if you're literally just completely not going for it and going around, it's not horrendous.
If you go over the sand pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe 5 seconds, yeah. Because it's only one long corner. It's not actually like you're cutting off a massive section of the track. I mean, in TT1 tries, yeah, you don't want to even think about doing it. But in 4-player versus,
So we have 602.
if you jump, don't jump.
71. 602 71.
Yeah, that's kind of fatal, to be
honest. Almost impossible that he will win this round. This first track.
Like a 10-second loss, almost.
On Rainbow Road here.
To what Dan might get,
Dan
quite
is able
possibly.
to get a 53. He did it in the group stage. I'm not sure he will repeat it, but he will come close.
You had a 52, did you, in the group stage?
No, 54. He beat me. It must have been a 54.
What about last man standing earlier? I'm sure I saw a 520, a 552 at some point.
No, not from me. Not from.
53, 55 first.
I had 54 in the group stage of one tries.
You got papers. Yeah, he was 553, 55.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh, in the last man standing, we only did one lap, didn't we? Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, we only did
I'm
one
going to go
lap.
update the stream information quickly. And we have Dan B. So all I need to do
We have the second semi-final going on right now. On the first track, I fell in and then I turned it around and won Royal Raceway with a good time. And Bowser's Castle. Although I had one lap, I messed up slightly, but I kept my nose, and yeah, turned it around. Yeah. It has happened to me before, but rarely.
Yeah, that falling into the tunnel
But
is
never
like,
in the tournament.
it's a 1 in 500 kind of shot normally. You know, you play enough time trials, it doesn't happen. No,
I think
It's
it
complete
does not
surprise.
happen on world record runs because I approach it really risky.
Yeah.
But here I went I went a bit further left and then cut to the right again and then did the turn on the ramp during the air, and that might increase the chance. Yeah, really. If you go from left to right on the entrance, yeah.
you're probably more likely to try and hit a weather tanko than you are to try and do that, to be honest.
So let's see what Burbank does. Yeah, he has to. I'm just curious how well he will perform because he doesn't know the time. 6:02? Was it 6:02? He only had 159 average, and then he even hit a chomp on left 3.
Why are we not changing? Did they not change the game to Mario Kart 64?
Alright, so we are approaching the end of the first lap and it's looking very good so far. No major mistakes. Good shroom, but he has to hit like 3-4 chomps at his current speed. Otherwise it's done and dusted for him on the first try. Yeah, clearly best. Okay. Yeah, Goomba's leaving, so I'm just shaking hands. It was nice to meet you. Yeah. Bye bye.
Good? Oh. Yeah, are you gonna pop in and join us in San Diego? Yeah, see you in about 4 weeks. So I'm assuming this one's going how we'd expect it to go.
Yes, it is. Low 158 on the first lap, no problems. It's not looking like another 53, but he doesn't need it. Second shroom. Nothing major happened. Next chump comes up, he goes on the inside cleanly. So yeah, it's really looking like 1-0. At this point he almost does not have enough chomps to mess up. And he won't hit every chomp which comes up now. Yeah, he runs, oh, he passes the next one. He's really running out of chomps now. Yeah, you won't see any of the top guys falling off Zago.
Our managed to get 340 on Sherbet Land. And he thought that was a PR.
I mean, Dan is American, but he's not American like Kyle. So he won't fall off.
And there goes, no. He didn't even jump.
Yeah, not many on the last lap, 2 or 3. There are only 3 chomps on the whole track, but sometimes you meet one. Yeah. Cycle backwards. So sometimes you meet maybe 4 in one lap. I'm not sure if there are 4 left. I don't think so. Really good, low 58 on average, so we might see a 554. You mean the chomps? Yeah. At this speed, at this speed you know where they are. So the next one is coming up. He even goes on the inside, risky, but yeah, managed to do it. Yeah, major time loss. Yeah, it adds up. So this is the jump you usually go outside of. Yeah, he does. Yeah, well you have to call that outside of. So yes, you can on the world record pace, and I don't know how many seconds slower you have to be to still be able to cut on the inside. But there's a big time window when you are not able to do that. It was on world record level until recently that we could go inside. So it is a high 55. 55:01, okay. But still, like 7 seconds faster. So comfortably 1-0 for Dan Burbank.
Do you think like CM is going to be more variant? I feel like CM
In terms of what?
the time. River Road is just a long track. If you have good MTs, you're probably going to get out on top. CM is a more like risk that can fuck you up.
Yeah, the mistakes on Super Mario Kart are more punishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Choco Mountain is like it's a technical track, but
It
you
is,
cannot
yes.
mess up too much.
So I hope we will see a close match here.
So it's 1-0 to Dan.
Yes.
Choco Mountains next
Dan
up.
Burbank.
Dan Lanza will be first to play.
Okay.
If you were doing a TT1 try in the semi-final on Choco Mountain,
Yeah.
what would you be looking to get? What kind of time would you be going for?
On Choco Mountain, I would be satisfied with a low 157, but very happy about a 56. I think I managed to do a 56 in the group stage.
So if you were playing against Dan Lanza, what would you think his limit would be?
I think it's a track he feels comfortable on, so I would expect him to go into the 157s.
Yeah, he got a 157.70 in the group stage.
Yeah. And I would
Dan Burbank got a 157.90.
I wouldn't count him out to do half a second better, so a low 57. Everything goes well. It's not impossible to get into the 56 range for him.
It's sometimes hard to see if he misses an MT because he plays with map view rather than speed overview.
Yeah.
There are a couple of MTs there which look dodgy to me.
He snagged the fence a bit. I think it didn't cost that much. Oh,
Bad
not
hills.
clean hills. So that adds up. Yeah, like 1500s maybe.
I think
Wasn't
he at
really
least
bad.
missed one MT earlier in the lap as well.
Yeah, and he misses this one in the tunnel. Oh,
There's
and
one.
another one. Yep. I think he really feels the pressure now.
Yeah, he's
He
playing
has
Dan
to win
Burbank.
both Choco Mountain and KD against the number 2 of the world. Nice shrooms here. Yeah. Some people think it's really close to be equal.
Yeah,
Fine.
because you can only use the
I prefer
optimal
to
one
use
twice. So you've basically got a third shroom spot which you can either use on the second corner
Yeah.
or around the hairpin turn. And I think Lacey thinks the hairpin turn is faster.
Yeah. I'm on the opposite side. I
I
think.
think it's hundredths between.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a difference in the long try.
So driving doesn't look that tidy on the last lap. So 57 or 58? 57 won't be happening. No. It's a 58-39.
So it's always possible that that won't win because you can always snag into a wall
Yeah, and
and you can
slow
get turned
down.
sideways, almost lose all your speed.
You can have a full stop. Anything can happen. Yeah, if
I
you go close to these walls.
I think we saw that in a TT final between you and Dan, maybe back in 2015. One of the Chocolate
Yes.
Mountains went horrifically wrong towards the end of lap 3.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is possible.
Yeah, I think it was on the final straight. that
Yes, it was the end of lap 3.
He got caught
snagged.
in the wall. Yeah, yeah.
So out of these two, Matthias,
Yeah.
who would you rather face? So you faced Dan Lanza the last few years?
Yeah, exactly. Because of that, I would prefer to play Lanza again. Yeah.
If I was choosing between the world number 2 and the world number 7,
Exactly.
I mean personally, I
And it
would
looked-
be screwed either way.
It looked
but,
like it looked like Lanza really felt the pressure and it got to him. It really influenced his performance.
But I think we've seen this with Dan Burbank in competitions before, where
It
he looks
happened.
fantastic in the quarterfinals, he looks fantastic in the semi-finals,
Yeah.
and then even at VA this year in the finals, he just went completely AWOL.
Yeah.
So there is a chance
It can
that,
hit anyone. Yeah.
that the nerves could be a thing.
It also hits me sometimes, but if I still manage to hold my nerves together, you don't see it on
Yeah,
stream.
but your nerves is like losing 0.01 round one corner. I mean, that's a nice first
That
route.
was aggressive, yeah, really nice.
Yeah,
He
Dan-
must be confident now with this start.
So that is his strat, to use that shroom on the second turn of lap 1. He does it in pretty much every PR.
Just
he
not
does.
slide over here like usual. He does the pre-hop, pre-jump.
And again, we're talking hundreds.
Yeah.
And some people.
Really small margins.
I mean, Dan was saying he can't make the slide save any time,
Yeah.
and it adds
Then you
extra
should
risk.
not do it. Yeah, it's not about looking good, it's about winning. He doesn't get the clean hills.
So that slide over that hill was very much something that Finn Berger used to push.
Yeah.
Almost nobody did it until Finn
Your
started doing
countryman?
it.
Yeah.
He's
Legend.
happily retired from his teaching job now, and he's brewing many beers.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
He
brewer.
is-
brewer.
yeah, I've had many conversations with him. He's very into his beer brewing now. He doesn't like these strong triples and quads that I like. He goes for more of the 5% darker ales, I believe. Which fair enough.
Okay, back from beer to chocolate.
More bums.
No clean hits, but he's on pace for a low 57 still.
But it only needs that like 1 second snag into a wall.
Yeah. Anything can happen. He misses an empty.
And he might be thinking that he's got to push, because I think he would be thinking
Yeah.
a mid 157 might
I think
not be
it's
good enough.
natural that you think all the other maybe have performed better than I am currently.
See, into the wall. So these are the last few corners where, yeah, he's staying
I
away
think
from
he
them.
still looks good enough.
Yeah, he's staying away from them.
Low 57, I would say.
Yeah, that's fine.
And even the sub, nice clean hills in the
94.
end. Yeah. Those hills saved him. The
So
sub
that's a
and the win.
that's a straight 2-0 win.
2-0. Yes, the top two in the final, the rematch of 2015. So Dan has a clean sheet for the time trial 1 tries.
So-
2 visits, 2 finals.
I think we're at half 11. I think we're probably going to have to run the finals and the third place match concurrently.
Yeah.
So the finals going to be best of 5. The third place will be best of 3. We'll run them on the same track, so the third, fourth playoff won't be on stream.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know what's going on with that. And the final we'll have on stream, and that's going to be a best of 5 between Dan Burbank and Matthias Rustenmeyer.
Yep.
And we will be back probably in about 5 minutes. Just a little change over of things. We need to draw the tracks, but we'll be right back.
Okay, see you on stream.
Rainbow Road, that was, I don't know if you could also see that I really had problems with this wobbling, with the straightening out.
Matthias going for the very aggressive AB spin at the start here. So good when it works, but it's very hard to pull off.
Yeah, so we got a stream offline notification, so I'm not 100% sure. It appears we are online.
No, it says live, so.
Okay, yeah. The volume.
Oh no! Matthias hits this Frosty.
Yeah, if people can let us know what the volumes are like, whether the game sound or the mix sounds are too loud, because
Yeah.
it looks like we were accidentally muted for a while.
Yeah, please tell us.
It looks like some of the volumes were slightly messed up. I'm gonna just talk like this, and hopefully you can hear me fine. And if the game sound is too loud, please let me know, and I'll just turn it down a bit. So we're currently on the second track of the grand finals. Apologies if we were muted earlier. But currently Matthias is 1-0 up against Dan Burbank after Yoshi Valley.
Hit on Frosty.
Yeah, I mean, typically you'd expect these two to be pushing for a 1-point god time.
Sure.
Which is crazy, given this is probably the hardest
God
time there is.
Yeah. For a 3 lap anyway.
I'd say it's the hardest of all. What would you put harder?
MR flag?
I've got MR flat.
I don't care about you.
If I'm looking at it, it ain't that hard.
Okay, fair enough. Words of wisdom.
No, seriously, I've still got like 6 or 7 good times left to get, and I've got MR flat. It just needs a bit of perseverance. It's not actually that difficult.
Oh, that was a weird trans style. Basically, Dan Burbank has to hit us now. Otherwise, it's 1-1. Or like the craziest bridge drown of all time.
Yeah, I don't really see anything going particularly wrong with this, Dan. But nerves can be a special thing.
Yeah.
So 204.95 for Matthias. Ironically, he actually got a 205 on this track earlier, so he has previous of things not going correct.
Slight improvement.
Yeah. I mean, it's a slight improvement, but in the group stage he did get a 205 here, so...
What was his group stage time, actually?
No, I was in his group. I actually got a faster time than him.
Let's see.
205.75 was...
Oh yeah, so you slightly beat him, yeah.
I bet you wish you were playing Matthias. Okay, so an update from... No, just leave it at 30 seconds. An update from the third place match. Zaki came in with a 202.43.
Select your player. Select map.
I'd rather have it all into Google Sheets on.
Dan still doing his check the zoom start on the raceway thing.
Yeah, so it's to check that his stick is centered correctly.
It's safe, fair, good, smart.
It's...
Okay.
So what happened one time in 2015, Matthias put his control room while holding a direction, didn't realise
Yeah.
that shit behind him, just kept driving into the wall. And since then, a lot of people have been religiously pre-testing. All you need to do is make sure your control stick is...
Don't
centered when you put it
touch
in.
shit. It's the same with the SMK, but people don't usually hold their sticks while plug it in. So. Well, D-pad, button, whatever.
Can you actually miss around?
Yeah, I think you can.
So all, when I say all, that has to here is be the 204.95. It should just be a case of hitting a stone.
Non-disaster.
Not getting hung up on the top of the shroom.
I think so.
You want me to go to chat?
Yeah. Open channel. Small phone.
Yeah, the internet on the Wi-Fi here is not the greatest, so sometimes we can't use.
It's pressed.
So it sounds like we lost chat. So if you guys let us know if we have any audio issues, game sounds are too loud, too quiet.
Yeah. Dan should be good here.
So this should be 1-1. Barring trying to pull off an extra empty on the bridge and drop them down. There's literally nothing going on. It's just going to steer to the finish.
Yeah.
And that's a good time. That's a good time.
That's good.
So that's 1-1. And the next track. The next track for these two is going to be Banshee Boardwalk. We're waiting on hearing what Dan Luntz has done in the third place match.
Also, hi chat. I see you now. Hard to hear Maul.
Okay, so I've just put the microphone closer to my mouth. Let me know if that's better. Also, let me know if the game sound is too loud or too quiet, because that slider accidentally moved around a little.
We can fix everything. We just need feedback. That's it.
Yeah, I did have this mic quite far away. I listened to the stream back yesterday.
So third place is decided.
So
210.
210.54 for Dan Luntz. So that sounds like he got hung up on the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So Zaki's taken the third place playoff match 2-0, and we're currently 1-1 in the final. And the next track's going to be Banshee Boardwalk. And I'm just going to change over the score and the stream names. Literally 30 seconds, and then you can go.
This one, yeah. That's what I do. It's good. I like it a lot.
Knick-knack.
What is it? Like 10?
The shoot is like 8.5? 8, yeah.
No,
I
it's a
think
bit-
Le Chiffre is the most overrated of the popular Belgian
Oh, I
beers.
like it.
If somebody offered me a Le Chiffre or a Double, I'd take the Double.
Oh, no, no.
And
No.
yeah, exactly, and that's like the most chain-produced Belgian beer there is, and I just take it over Le Chiffre any day of the week.
I'm not a fan of the Duvel.
But the Double triple hop is absolutely fantastic. I love Le Chiffre hop. Yeah, I like the regular, but the triple hop is fantastic. But Le Chiffre, I think, is completely overrated. I take my triple cabriolet to Le Chiffre every day. I eat that with my But anyway, we're on Banshee Boardwalk. We've got Matthias here. I think we're probably looking for a 205.
Nothing so far.
Let's see how he did in the group stage. Matthias on this track in the group stage got a 205.63. And this is another one of the tracks where we can't find Dan's time. There's a random little piece of paper somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't seen anything go particularly wrong here. I think a low to mid 205 Matthias will be very happy. In fact,
Oh, sure.
any 205 he's probably going to be happy. If he goes into 206s, I think he'll be sweating. But we had this in the last man standing earlier. One of the later stages of last man standing. Matthias did go into 206s there. So a relaxed Matthias seems to be 205. A pressured Matthias seems to be 206. And that lap 2 was screaming 206.
This is all well so far.
So there is no MJ here, unfortunately. There is a rumour that MJ will be making an appearance at some stage in the week, even if it's just to say hi.
Yeah.
But we do have the goals with 1, 2, 4, 6 and 7 at this event. So that's Matthias and Burbank.
It's okay.
Zaki,
VAJ.
BAJ, and Dan Lanza. So that's a very low 206. So that is. I think he'll be happy with that. He would have been wanting a 205, but if you're going to go 206, go 2060.
MJ said he has the flu, so that's a few days ago. But it's like up in the air.
I'll push him a bit.
And get him to come down on Saturday. Just to stick his head in and.
Flu or not, yeah.
We can strong arm.
He is big on circuit breakers though. Yeah, I'll do it.
So we're talking about the best ways of convincing MJ to come down. Apparently he has the flu. Whether that's real flu or man flu, we're not entirely sure. So we're going to be waiting for Dan Burbank to start. So I'm just going to switch over the street name. I'll be back in a second. I'll leave you in the lovely voice of Zargoth.
Hello. No, really, it would be so good if MJ would join for this, but this is his game, but it's not his cup of tea. He hates multiplayer, like, hard. Yeah. He's not a multiplayer guy.
Yeah, so
He's been done for years.
MJ came to the 2013 Euro meet, and I can confirm he's not a multiplayer game.
No,
guy.
he's not.
He's very, very good at time trials. Like watching him and Matthias sitting next to each other playing back in 2013, it was crazy. And that was like recently after Matthias had just taken MJ's number one spot. It was crazy watching them go toe to toe, sat next to each other. But when it comes to multiplayer modes, no.
MJ is still quite dangerous in SMK time trials, one try,
Yeah, he is. But
without playing.
I think
like,
in GP also he's probably pretty decent. Match race.
No, completely different.
I mean
beast.
he knocked. Yeah, GP. Yes, he is.
GP.
He's much stronger in GP than match race. Yeah. And
Yeah, fair enough.
in match race,
It's good.
in match race he beat me 3-2 and I missed all 5 Zoom starts. Like his GP was a lot better than his match race.
He didn't find his controller.
So Dan's looking for sub 42 laps here. He's got a 206.08 to beat, so we're looking at sub 42 laps. I think this is a point that Dan Burbank really wants to take. I mean, Movie Farm and Sherbet Land, they're a bit erratic, but if he can go in with a lead, there's a sub 42, that's exactly what he needs. He just needs that simple. Here he's clearly going for a mid 205. It's mid 205 or bust. And if you're playing Matthias, you can't hold anything back.
He's definitely going for it.
You just got to assume that Matthias has got a fantastic time.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan's going for it, for sure.
And this is a long day. I mean, we could play nearly 12 hours now.
Yeah, roughly.
I was knocked out 2-3 hours ago and I was tired as hell on my last trip. I mean, Dan's had approximately 12 last triples than me today.
Yeah, certainly.
So, yeah, the stamina to still be playing like this. We were here at 10 a.m. It's now midnight. We can start the stream for about 1 a.m. 1 p.m. but we had
Oh, what was that? The very worst angle possible.
He started at MT so early as well.
He did. That's so strange.
I'm not calling it a joke because he's having to go full beams and full pressure here, but that's a mistake you wouldn't expect to see.
No.
And that's going to be a 2-1 lead for Matthias.
Sure.
Unless Dan finds some new non-shortcut teleport.
So, Dan knows he messed up Banshee Burbank. Is he going to go full on risk on Moomer Farm now?
Well, he's going to know the score.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
he knows he's 2-1 behind now.
So he's going to do across the mold stuff.
So I'm going to go update the scores.
Yeah, but still, you have to beat that.
So it's 2-1 to you.
Yeah, he was on pace to beat me.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
His head his thumb slipped a bit, and then he oversteered where there were no fences.
A very strange MT that.
Yeah, his thumb slipped a bit.
Okay.
He's using Gammon Grip,
That's rough.
You know the S bridge, where you go left, right, he jumped into the left slide, probably about half a second earlier than he slid off pitch, like about 5 lengths before the actual turn.
That's how it goes?
Yeah, you'll move me forward. So now we're at match point as we move into Moo Moo Farm. If Matthias wins this, Matthias wins the TT1 try final. He won the TT Last Man Standing earlier.
He did.
He did not win the battle mode contest yesterday.
Of course,
because
that's our...
we have a new champion in Karel van Dijgenboden, the trainer of carrier pigeons. Apparently his surname is trainer of carrier pigeons. That's what van Dijgenboden means. It means he trains pigeons to carry pigeons. And he is the MK64 Euro Meet battle mode champion.
Also true story. Apparently not. Who knows? Yeah, you never maxed your MK64 straps. It's not quite. This is so far so solid.
So this is the pride of Germany versus the pride of USA.
Oh,
We
it's
have
going
any
for the
Americans in chat
okay.
giving us the USA in chat, please. Dan Burbank needs your power.
No, I disagree. I think this is his safe strat. Yeah.
This is his safe strat because he's riskless, right? He actually hooks the fence coming up to the first set of moles.
But what do you know? The safe strat on this track isn't that bad. You have to know how to execute it and have to do it perfectly every time, but it's fine.
He's been very safe on the shroom. He's holding the shroom before firing it, but he's taking the same line he will take.
And he's forcing, without Dan knowing, he's forcing Dan into risk.
It's that part which he's taking safe, but to be honest, he'd be mad.
Yes.
Arena.
Do you think Dan is going to take it safe?
I think Dan's probably of the mentality that he'd rather go at sea.
Yeah?
So I think Dan will either get a fantastic time.
That
or
is
a horrendous
also a
time.
fantastic time, though.
127.99 it's good. I mean, it's going to take some beating. I don't know what we saw in the group stages. What did Dan get in the group stage?
We may be done. That's it.
A 128.05. So he was only actually 0.06 slower.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to update the name. I'll be back in 1 second.
He has to feel the pressure at this point. Yeah.
So I hope that Dan was very safe. I hope he's of the mind that David will go home.
It's tough. I think that's the poorer choice, to be honest.
I think it's a choice he has to make.
Well, it depends on how he feels.
Matthias is the better moving farm driver. He'll probably think Matthias has driven a fast but slightly safe time.
Which is true.
Take some risks.
Which is true.
He could play safe and go home, or he could risk it and go for the biscuit.
We'll see. I think he's gonna play it safe.
I hope he doesn't. I'd rather see him get the 135 than 128.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This is so good, though.
So we have Carol who's on side saying that he wishes the CDM final his launch contract and just the contract. Got him to 6 silvers and no golds. I think if it had been multi-track in all 6 of those finals, he would have missed one.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, I missed that one. I think Dan is too far behind now. He has to risk it for the biscuit. There we go. I think that's it.
And that's congratulations to Matthias. Who
Yeah,
is
well done.
Once again, he's the 2030, the 2040, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and now 2019 TT One Try champion, Matthias Rustemeyer. He's currently undefeated in the TT One Try competitions here at the Euro Leagues. Yes, Dan beat him in the last man standing competition in 2015.
Burbank decided he lost.
Well, wait, what happens if Dan never finishes?
Well, he can't lose if he doesn't finish. Oh, too bad.
So that's 3-1 to Matthias. Congratulations, Matthias.
Yeah, well done.
Nobody expected that. I mean, Dan had a chance. He did. Yeah, on the bench he was. Absolutely sure. I think you as well. No, I think it was behind. Even
So entering the room, we now have the 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 TT One Try champion, Matthias Rustemeyer.
Hey guys. Yeah, I hope it was a good final to watch. I expected to be 1-2 down after Banshee Boardwalk, but it didn't happen. So it really affected my mindset and my mental state for this Mumu Farm track. And I think 127.99, I haven't done anything like that in the final. So really happy about it. And yeah, it was a great day overall. It was very, very nice. Great fun to meet all the people also. And I don't know what Mol will do now. He has something in mind. Oh, the camera froze. So now it's on. Now you can see me again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on now. So yeah, I made it after the struggle on KTB when I fell into the water and had to come back from 0-1. I managed to do that, and was very intense in the final. But yeah, I made it again, and it's always tough. Maybe some people will think, oh, come on, you have one TT1 try every year, but especially this year with this lineup, it was very, very hard, and the other guys did quite well. I think Burbank did great until the final. And yeah, hope you really enjoyed it. And any commentary from Mol, Sargoth, main commentators? Or you said everything? I'm lost for words right now,
So I'll just jump in. This is going to be the end of the action for tonight. We're about 7 minutes behind target in terms of finishing up, so that's absolutely fine. We're going to be back tomorrow. It's going to be a two-player GP contest. I'm not sure at this point whether it's shortcut or non-shortcut. I think...
You heard shortcut, I heard non-shortcut. We will see.
I think we need to take a little... We need to take a little vote between the people here of who wants to play shortcut, who doesn't want to play shortcut. But yeah, let's do a TT One Try shortcut competition for a laugh afterwards. But there will be GP action tomorrow, and there will be 4-player versus, which is going to be the big one to watch on Saturday. And there's going to be some circuit breakers for those of you who know the PlayStation 1 game.
Yes.
It's a 4-player game of all I know how to do is screw people over in it rather than actually race myself. Yeah, it's like Micro Machines.
I enjoyed that as a child, but I've never played Circuit Breaker, so I would
you
try
have
it
to
out.
brake to get off the screen essentially. So I'm gonna call it a night.
Sounds
and congratulations again to Matthias.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Dan Burbank in second, to Zoran Tinter with his 3rd place finish, and Dan Lanza in 4th. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow.